If you are with a narcissist, you have probably experienced passive aggressive behaviors. What I find in my clients is that they have an understanding of a few things that are passive aggressive. And when the narcissist accuses them of being passive aggressive, they're just like, what is that passive aggressive? So I wanted to really talk to you. And I wrote a blog the other day. It's called The 50 Examples of a Narcissist Passive Aggressive Behaviors. So I'm going to try to get through these for you because there's a lot here that most people wouldn't really necessarily think is actually a passive aggressive thing. So my name is Tracy Malone. I am a narcissistic abuse coach. I forgot who I was. And I help people all over the country and the world. My website is narcissistabusesupport.com. And we've got lots of resources and lots of answers for you if you are struggling with anyone who is a narcissist. So let's get started with the 50 examples of passive aggressive behaviors. Number one, silent treatment. Yeah, if they are trying to punish their victims, silent treatment is the way to do it, right? And this is just sort of, all right, let's read through them and you guys can judge. Backhanded compliments. This is sort of a cruelty thing where they might say something like, you're pretty smart for someone who didn't go to college. It's not really that you're smart, it's that you're smart even though, right? Backhanded. Procrastination, right? Using delay tactics that can control and frustrate their victims. Playing the victim. Hello, narcissists. It's always about them and not you. You can't take any accountability here. But playing the victim, huge red flag on the passive aggressive things. Sabotaging your efforts, right? They might undermine things that you're doing, such as accidentally like ruining a vacation or accidentally, doing something to hinder your education or something like that. So it's sabotaging you. Withholding affection. This is a very big narcissist thing. If they are mad at you, they will go that way. And again, passively going, I'm going to withhold, any affection because I'm punishing you. That is not good, right? Gaslighting, we know that's a narcissist thing. Yay, yay, yay. The narcissists use that almost every day, right? The other one would be number 8 is pretending that they're ignorant, pretending that you know, that misunderstandings are happening and just again, it's passive aggressive. Deliberate forgetfulness, right? This isn't done intentionally to cause pain to the victim. Like, what do you mean you forgot my birthday? Things like that. Sarcasm and mockery, of course, making fun of you, belittling you, and all at the same time as I'm not doing anything, the innocent victim, right? So blaming and shifting responsibility is another thing. We see this a lot in the co-parenting situations, even parenting, just blaming someone else and when it's really their fault, giving you the cold shoulder. Again, this is sort of the same thing as sort of ignoring you, but it is hurtful and it's designed to make you feel terrible. Conditional kindness is only when you do what I say do you get rewarded. And that might mean that they'll talk to you or they won't be a jerk or they will help take out the garbage or something. But it's a punish and reward system with the conditional kindness. That's what narcissists do. Triangulation, where they are bringing people in, obviously a triangle where it's you and someone else and them, and it's often your kids that are in the triangle being used against you. So keep that in mind. Undermining your confidence. And this is done to create jealousy, be competitive, and cause conflict, and also to make you feel powerless, right? Disguised criticism. This is very similar to the other thing, but they call it just giving you honest feedback, and again, it erodes your self-confidence and makes you feel powerless. Disguised criticism, very similar to the other types of thing, where they're going to criticize you and withholding information. Minimalizing your feelings, that's number 18. Playing favorites, this happens in the family of origin a lot. Or if you've got children, the narcissist will play favorites and, golden child, scapegoat, you know that drill. Conditional apologies, right? This is where they are offering very insincere apologies, saying things like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, versus I'm sorry that I did whatever it was to hurt you. So it's in there. Disguise commands as suggestions, making demands that sound like suggestions, all at the same time as appearing to be reasonable, but it's commands. It's do this or else, but they kind of mask it in a suggestion way. Strategic incompetence. Right? This is where they're pretending to be incompetent at a task, to make the victim take over, and then they don't have to do that task. My ex-husband didn't want to do the bills. Incompetent. I can't do that. You have to do it. And then, of course, in the end, he blamed me and said I was controlling the money when I didn't even want that job. But the strategic incompetence gets you to do more jobs. Think about how the narcissist might have done that for you. I'm not good at this. Can you help me? Well, of course, you'll help the person that you love, but then it becomes more and more and more on your plate. So giving mixed messages, right? And this destabilizes the victim. It's like, which one is it? Is it this or is it that? Public humiliation. This is where they make public pokes and jokes at your expense. Denying and dismissing, where they will deny whatever they did and say it was you, blaming you, right? Making excuses is another thing, where they are avoiding taking responsibility and they just turn around and make excuses for it. They offer conditional support. This is number 27, making the victim feel like obligated or in their debt. So if they don't do what they need, what the narcissist is asking for, well, you don't get their support, you don't get their help. They undermine relationships. This is where they cause conflict between the victim and someone else. And they try to isolate them, right, to maintain the control. Overloading with tasks, giving the victim so many things and responsibilities that it makes them feel inadequate. Giving them things that they say, I'm not good at money, I don't want to do that job, but giving it to you so you can fail. That's what they do. Patronizing behavior is number 30. This is taking down the victim and treating them as inferior and undermining their self-esteem and confidence. If you think about all of these things, they are designed to take you down. Whether it's confidence, whether it's your trust, these are the passive aggressive things that make you feel bad. That's what you've got to remember here, right? Withholding help, refusing to help you when you need it, pretending that they're innocent. I didn't do that, just not helping anybody, and using others as proxies. This is the flying monkey thing you've all heard about, but it's getting people to deliver messages that they are innocent and I'm being, unfairly treating the narcissist, right? Emotional blackmail is another passive aggressive things that narcissists do. And this is sort of using fear and guilt and shame and obligation to get you to take care of them and comply with their needs. Creating dependency, right? This often happens with a narcissistic family model where they are creating dependencies that you can't manage without the narcissist's help. They keep you small and they keep you not being able to feel confident that you can do it. They use intimidation and nonverbal clues that you've probably seen, like glaring. Have you ever seen the narcissist black eyes? They go dark when they get into this really crazy place. I have had the pleasure of seeing that crazy thing. It's like someone just invaded their body and they've got an alien in there because their eyes turn a different color. I'm getting off track, but setting unattainable standards so that you fail. And then they could say, see, I knew you couldn't do it. Withholding validation, using confidential information against the victim to tell other people bad things about you or things that you wanted to keep secret. Maybe you were an alcoholic and let's tell everybody this, because it's usually happening behind the scene. It's part of the smear campaign, but this is where they use confidential information that shouldn't have been shared. Contradictory statements, undermining your independence, misleading promises, inconsistent behavior, invalidating your experiences, provoking reactions. We're up to 45. We're almost done, guys. And of course, I'm reading this, so it looks like I'm looking now. Now I got to turn the page. Okay. Number 46 is selective generosity. This is where, it's only generous when it serves a purpose for them. Buying people, buying your children, even buying you. When it serves them, they're kind. And you go, well, they bought me a nice necklace, but that was right after they cheated on me. So it's sort of selective, and it taps into our cognitive dissonance. Am I the devil's spawn, or are you buying me a new necklace? I don't understand. Undermining your efforts. This is done to make you feel incompetent, make you feel discouraged, and make you feel like you need them. Withholding emotional support is another one. This is where they refuse to give you the support that you need. Denying promises. Ooh, that's a big one. I should have had this way up higher in the list, because they deny that they ever said that. I never said we'd go on vacation. I never said this. Again, gaslighting as well, but it is also denying promises. And, there's nothing greater than the promise, the future faking of a narcissist promise of, we're going to have a white picket fence and 2 babies and a puppy. And then I never said that. What are you talking about? Right. And then they could be very evasive, and they can just be avoiding directly answering or having any kind of conversations to give you the answers that you want. And this is all led to make you feel confused, make you feel not good enough, make you feel crazy. These passive aggressive behaviors empower us to understand what we're dealing with. And so this is Tracy Malone. I just wanted to make this quick video about my blog, which you can read the whole thing at narcissistabusesupport.com. And go to my blog and you will find this particular article. So thank you so much for visiting. If you haven't liked or subscribed to my channel, please do. It really does help get the message out and helps deliver my messages to more people. So thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon.